I find a lot of children of immigrants who are living in North America can often feel like they're living two lives. So you show up for school, maybe speaking English, eating North American foods, learning with a classroom, and then you go home and then you kind of are living your second life, or maybe your first life of who you are at home, who your parents want you to be, what's culturally acceptable at home. That split can be extremely stressful for a young person. And then who are they really? So they show up as their North American side, they show up who they are culturally, and then there's almost the third person, who are you really? And that is very difficult. And that becomes more difficult when maybe you are exposed to things, for example, in school or work, maybe such as drinking alcohol or going to a party or going on a date or dating before a certain age, where at home this is extremely frowned upon. These are the problems that can come up that are so stressful for children of immigrants or second generation Canadians. That cultural fit would be really important. To say to someone from maybe a certain background, oh, you should just move out and leave your parents' house, like that would be a great solution, where really that's not a reality in that culture at all. It's extremely rare to move out before you're married, and that's just the cultural norm there. And I think it can be discouraging if that's maybe the kind of guidance you're getting, where it's not tangible or feasible to do. Living in that kind of split, culture, and having to meet expectations from both ends can be really stressful. You can end up depressed because you're constantly trying to meet and be someone maybe who you aren't. And if you aren't, you're disappointing your parents or your relatives or your grandparents. And you're not showing up as who they would want you to be. There's an added layer of, well, you've immigrated to this country to give you a better life. So children of immigrants often feel this high expectation to be the best they can be, whether in their grades, who they choose to marry, what type of jobs they choose to have, because there is a level of expectation and guilt that, you know what, my parents made a huge sacrifice for me to be here, and I want to be the best I can be. And that's great to be the best you can be, but the pressure sometimes can add, challenges can come up. Often I see a lot of people struggling with anxiety and depression in these situations.